Hello, this video is about my very short journey as an origami artist, origamist, or as some people like to say, origamian. In other words, it's how I went from folding stuff like this to stuff like this. This is also the very first YouTube video I've ever made, so it's been really fun learning how to record audio semi-decently, take okay photos, manage oh so many files, and actually wrap my head around Premiere Pro for once. So even though I love to say stuff like, oh, I've only done origami for a month, the truth is I actually dabbled in origami a year or two ago. After getting a library book called The Complete Book of Origami by Robert J. Lang, who is one of the most widely respected and amazing figures in origami today. So then, after about 5 tries, I finally completed this dinosaur here. Well, I've forgotten the name of it by now, but that really sparked my desire. Proceeded to try some other designs, give up on them, then go to YouTube finding Joe Nakashima's channel. He's the closest thing YouTube has to the king of origami on YouTube. And if you're watching this video, I am 90% sure you've seen him before. I somehow thought I could fold a spider design of his, and this is the end result.
Reality is often disappointing.
Yeah, not only is it eye-wateringly sloppy, but I was actually unable to perform several of the key folds correctly, so I simply ignored them and moved on. As I said, pretty rough. I lost interest quickly after that. So, fast forward about a year and a half later, where I started one very interesting class at my school, paper engineering. All of the images I showed were actually made by me in my free time, with the box-based one being my own design. Now, here are the ones that we got to make in class. These are called tessellations. Now, even though we didn't cover much ground in paper engineering as it was a trimester-long class and tessellations were only one unit, it made me remember something very important. Origami existed. Here's some of the first things I folded after the class ended. So, starting off with this very cute duck by Joe Nakashima I folded, it unfortunately suffered a bit of brain damage due to my folding skills and also the bad paper I was folding it with. I actually folded a lot of designs like this, however I only took a picture of this one because of the funny looking tear on the head of the duck. After this, I did another one of Joe Nakashima's designs, a scorpion. Now this scorpion by Joe Nakashima actually turned out pretty good. It was probably my best fold before I got my hands on some better paper, and it was actually made out of parchment paper. I forgot the exact sizing, but when it finished, I was really happy with it. I'd say it took around 3 hours, something like that. More like 2 probably. So after this came one of the biggest events in my origami career, which would be my birthday. So with my birthday, I got some key items. One, actually good folding paper which was recommended to me by Joe Nakashima's website. Now this was actually life-changing because with better paper, everything is incredibly easier. Right off the bat, I decided to fold the spider again to see what the difference was like. So this is how it turned out. It wasn't bad at all, except the legs were a bit messy and the spinnerets didn't turn out the way I wanted. Next step was the praying mantis. I folded this out of the same 30x30cm paper, and the instructions came from Joe Nakashima. It took me around 2 to 3 hours and was very fun to fold. It's also probably worth mentioning now that I got my hands on a light box, which was very fun to play around with. I tried my hand at photography, and as you can tell, I'm still figuring it out. So finally after that, I decided to tackle the last remaining insect from Joe Nakashima's website, the ant. I used 24x24cm foil paper for this guy, and it's probably my favorite fold at the time. Then I decided to try out some other designs, and then I remembered I had been given a book for my birthday, Origami Design Secrets by Robert J. Lang. This is an amazing book that actually shows how people even begin to make origami. Until then, I had only copied instructions, so I really wanted to see if I could make something myself. After finishing it, there are several crease patterns at the end without actual instructions. I decided to tackle the least complicated, or so I thought out of them, the scarab beetle. Yeah, so I was really happy with the result after that, but I wanted to try something else. Reading the book took a pretty long time, so after finishing it, I really wanted to see how far I had come. This caused me to challenge the spider design by Joe Nakashima for a 3rd time, and it turned out really well. Now the reason I think it turned out so well, at least for me right now, is because I used a technique called wet folding. Paper is a lot more malleable when wet, so dribbling some water onto paper, folding it, then clipping it and letting it dry allows for some amazing results. For this spider, I used wet folding to get the legs a lot thinner than the previous versions. This concluded my about month-long origami journey for now, and in the future I hope I can make a design of my own to share. That is, of course, if I don't lose interest and chase something else. I have so many more fun ideas for new videos like catting, juggling, rowing, web novels, photography, woodworking, fishing, backpacking, and other things. Even if no one watches these, it'll be great for me in 20 years from now to rewatch and see what I did back then. Thanks.